Peace, love, and blessings, fam. I'm the Sacred Empress Alitas, your melanated Mayan mystic with the Mayan moon energy for today, March 22nd, 2024. My apologies for not being here the last couple of days. The ending of the transformation cycle with me being a blue storm was really energetic, and there was a lot of things going on. A lot of things came up for transformation, and so I was taking some self care and dealing and allowing those changes to occur. Hopefully, you were able to do the same. Sometimes we have to rest and allow our changes to occur naturally. So, when it's time for you to rest, be gentle with yourself, kind, and allow the space for self care. And these are the locations where you can find me. Depending on where you see this video, please like, heart, follow, subscribe, share, do all the things to be able to connect with me and let me know how you are liking my videos, what you would like more of, what maybe you would like less of. Just interact. Peace and love. So we're dealing with the Mayan moon energy of the day, the token, the sacred calendar, the Mayan calendar, literally the count of days. There are 260 days in this calendar, 20 signs, 13 tones or spirit energy, which equates to 260 days of a gestation period of a human. And we have 20 fingers and toes, 13 joints, a natural correlation to the numeric of the calendar. The Mayan calendar is divination, prophecy, and it gives direction. We always have many layers of prophecy, um, direction that we can receive. And so I always like to start from the top with the year bearer, which gives us the focus for the year. We have the white overtone wizard. The white lets us know that it's about refinement, about making pure. It is about adjusting, organizing, detoxing, not necessarily the best things. Or it's the things that we have a lot of, and we just have to know how to manage what we have. The white wizard lets us know that it's about enchant, receptivity, timelessness. It's what we say to ourselves over and over again. We have a story that we tell to ourselves when things have happened, when things are happening. It's very important that we understand the importance of what we are saying to ourselves. What we are saying over and over again is going to have an effect on how life flows for us. Receptivity, we always have to check in on what we are receptive to. What are we allowing? What are we willing to allow? Do we need to put in boundaries? Do we need to adjust what we're receptive to? Those are things we need to keep in mind. Timelessness. What things do we want to stand the test of time? And what things have outstood or have taken their time and it is time to go. We need to be able to figure out what needs to have a time and what is timeless. We are in the overtone tone of radiance. The spirit energy of radiance is all about letting out what we have inside. So it is about empowering ourselves. It's about taking command of ourselves, being an authority of ourselves, because let's face it, nobody knows you more than you know you. And it's so important to know thyself. The overtone tone of radiance allows us to do that, learning about empowerment, empowering ourselves, taking back our power, being in command and in control of ourselves, and letting that be a beacon for all the world to see. We're currently in a transformation cycle. We have 3 more days of the transformation cycle. This is a 52-day period that teaches us about how to make and deal with changes. We can literally change form, have a metamorphosis where our outer reality is only equal to our highest self concept. So the level of change we can have is equal to how we feel about ourselves. So this year, when we talk about the white wizard and how it's about the enchantment, what are we saying to ourselves that fill us with delight? That's going to tell the story. This is the most intense of all the cycles where 40 of the 52 days are portal days. And we'll talk a little bit more about galactic activation portal days later. This week was ripe with transformation. We have the spring equinox. We are coming upon the lunar eclipse. This is the last week of the transformation cycle. Things are moving, things are shifting. We are feeling our balance. So and to move into balance, we're feeling where we're not balanced. So it may be a little shaky as we are moving from one state to another, especially if we haven't followed the blueprint of the transformation, checking into our life force, working on our perspective, dealing with our illusions and tapping into our magic and knowing that we flower like by what we focus on it increases. That is the basic blueprint of the transformation cycle. So hopefully, you're able to move and flow through this transformation cycle. We are in the harvest of the transformation cycle, so we are already seeing the results of the work we have put in and also seeing what work must be done. So we always celebrate because we have come so far, and then we celebrate because we also have so much more to go. So we have to celebrate because that work we put in is work. It's hard. It makes us sweat. It makes us feel uncomfortable. It makes us see parts of ourselves that we may not want to see. But in order to move forward, we have to let go of the past so we transform. We are in the solar moon of intention. We have 28 days in this ninth month of a 13-month calendar to focus on intention. We can be very intentional. We need to have aims and goals. Without aims, where are we going? What are we doing? We'll feel stagnant, stuck, like we have nowhere to go, and that everybody around us is moving. So we have to be very intentional, especially during these times where energy is shifting and we may feel like we're floating. We were in the new moon of Pisces. We're moving into the lunar eclipse of Libra. So we have different energies going on. There's a water energy, there's a air energy. So it's a lot of movement going on. So be intentional, be grounded, establish a daily routine, make yourself a vision board, declutter your space, monitor your mental health, set measurable goals so that they don't, you can shoot for the stars, but take a step now that you can see your progress so that in these changing times, you know that you are changing. We can have a goal and we can be moving toward that goal, but then we get into our mind, into our memories, into our feelings, and it makes us shift. We move into where we came from, and then we're like, oh God, I'm feeling like I did back then, not even remembering where you are right now. So being grounded, um, making sure you have a list of accomplishments so that when you're feeling away, you can look at something solid. I accomplished this. I did this. Therefore, you can continue to be intentional and not stay stuck in your emotions or in your thoughts. Now, we are in the solar moon or the spirit energy of intention up until April 3rd. So we still have time to be intentional and learn how to move with intent. So we are in the current 13-day cycle of power or the wave spell of the yellow seed. This is a beautiful energy that helps us to learn about planting seeds. Whatever seed you plant, you're going to harvest. Where you put your focus, the energy increases. And that's what the yellow seed is all about. It's about what you target with awareness will flower. That's simple. So have a target. So again, that's giving us a link to being intentional. Be aware, be present. So know what you want, know what you don't want, and know that what you want or what you don't want, if you focus on that, it's going to flower. I had a week of focusing on what I didn't want. So that awareness flowered. So I had a little situation that I had to work through, but because I know where I'm going, because I know where I've been, it helped me to move through and flower forward in my progress. So it's important. We're in a time cell of input. So what are we putting into ourselves? What thoughts are we putting in? What are we looking at? What are we listening to? What are we eating? Because everything we put in is going to take form inside of us, which will then have a form outside of us. So the yellow seed wave spell is very important because in and of itself it's intentional. The seed that you plant, if you see if you plant an apple seed, you're going to get an apple tree. If you plant an orange seed, you're going to get an orange tree. So intention is so important right now. And that's what we are moving through. We have this energy up until Monday. Today we are in the energy of the red planetary skywalker. Beautiful energy, lots of things going on. Let's jump into it. Because the red skywalker is red, we're in a day of initiation, is where we start things, we can begin things. But because the moon is void, of course, it gives us the slant of being internal. We want to start things internally. We want to begin to ascend inwardly. And so the red skywalker is all about us being explorers. We have spaces that we have open in order for us to grow. And we can start doing things, whether we need to start adjusting, whether we need to start transforming, whether we need to start focusing on our harvest. We have a plethora of space to explore, but only with awareness. So again, it's taking us back to the yellow seed. What we target, what we put our focus on with intention is going to increase. So we have an awareness, and when we explore with that awareness, we're going to have a large area to initiate further growth. This is the energy of the red skywalker. This is in a time cell of output. This is a time of expression. So we're going to initiate expression, or expressing ourselves, making ourselves known. Our thoughts and our feelings are going to be indicated and showing us how to move. So some well-known red planetary skywalkers: Nostradamus, Annie Oakley, Sigmund Freud, Carl Jung, E. Cummings, Mel Gibson, Salman Rushdie, Placido Domingo, Charlie Pride, Jesse Jackson, Lil Fizz, Gary Coleman, to name a few. So we are in the, not only the, we're still in the solar tone of intention. We talked about that already. Um, Today we are in the planetary tone of manifestation. So we are definitely going to be manifesting, depending on what we perfect and what we produce. It's not perfect in that you have to be everything right about you, but perfect in that you have all the necessary ingredients, characteristics to make things happen. The planetary tone is also about producing. So you're going to produce when you have all the necessary ingredients. When you have a cake, it takes certain ingredients. When you have all those ingredients, you put them together, you make a cake. And a manifestation is the cake. The producing is the act of bringing it together. So now we're in the galactic activation portal. We are in 10 consecutive days of galactic activation portal energy. Where are you ready to ascend to? This energy is intense, is amplified, and the time is now. The Kin 146 to 260 are intention portals. So over and over again, we are speaking about intention, where the energy moves up from the earth or from us, out of us, and we're in the um time capsule of expression to heaven. And so this is a time where we pray, we do our rituals, we make our requests, we do our ceremonies. These are very strong days for all of us, but if you happen to be born on one of these galactic activation portal days, the energy is even more strong for you, even more intense, and you can make things happen. So expect things to manifest on this planetary day of manifestation with the galactic activation portal. So for today, the energy centers that we are working with are our root chakra and the solar plexus chakra. The root chakra, we are dealing with our safety, security, being grounded, our roots, our ancestral lineage, being able to manifest. This happens in the root chakra. So take time today to speak to your root. Are you safe? Are you secure? I am grounded. I am safe. I am secure. My roots run deep. I manifest at will. The oils and herbs that can help you are cloves, cedar wood, vetiver, cypress, and rosewood. Some crystals that help us tap into the root chakra are garnet, ruby, tourmaline, smoky quartz, and bloodstone. Solar plexus. So, in order for us to explore new areas and be aware, it takes courage. It takes being strong in your self worth, knowing your personal power, having a lot of self respect and control. We can do this through tapping into our solar plexus. We can use rose oil, lemongrass, and juniper to tap in. Some crystals that help us topaz, citrine, and tiger's eye. Today is Friday. Friday are Venus days. We focus on love, beauty, creativity, that money, everything that makes us feel like we are something. When we feel like we are something, we feel love. We can see beauty. We can tap into our creativity. We can see the output of our actions through money and other values of worth. Definitely need this energy as we're being intentional and as we are healing and moving forward. The grandma moon is currently in Leo and Virgo today. The moon is void, of course. So we went from going from a time of feeling like we want to be on display, be admired, be accepted, be recognized, putting ourselves out there, tapping into our inner child, being of love and self love into Virgo. Oh, yeah, Virgo, I'm sorry. And Virgo lets us be, again, very intentional, very detailed. Focus on your health, focus on your diet, focus on your job, focus on serving yourself. How are you serving others? These are things that we focus on when the moon is in Virgo. We are in that waxing gibbous moon, getting aha moments and insights as we get ready for this lunar eclipse on Monday. So definitely be very grounded, be very intentional in everything, because as things come up, these are really indications of where we've come from and where we are going, what we need to put more energy on, what we need to target. So we're talking about the red seed, we're talking about the solar energy of intention, we're talking about Virgo being very direct and very precise about the things that we want. So the moon is void of course today. We're not starting anything new. We're working on completion, the inner self, meditation. Make sure you do these things. It's great for finishing projects, cleaning, inner perspective, get a reading done right now. Have take time to meditate right now, focusing on the past. Anything internal is good when the moon is void, of course. It's not good for starting things new. No new projects, no new activities, no new rituals, no new actions, nothing external. What happens if I do start something new? One, nothing will happen, or two, won't have the desired results. Take this time to really dive deep into yourself. This energy that has come up with the new moon in Pisces, allowing us to dive deep into ourselves. The spring equinox, where we're balanced, where we have potential to jump into more, focusing on our self identity and where we stand. It can be a lot of energy right now. Be gentle with yourself. Go inward. Be patient. Be gentle. Be loving. Be kind to yourself because you have been through so much. You have been through so much, and I'm proud of you. You have so much you look forward to. And if you're not looking for it, allow yourself the opportunity to see better for yourself, to see more of yourself, to be completely yourself. Take this void, of course, energy and look within and prepare for better because better is coming. So here are some products and services that I have, mostly services right now. The Mayan Moon Calendar subscription allows you to follow each day of the Mayan calendar. You know what's going on with the calendar, the sign for the day, the spirit energy of the day, where the moon is, the moon phase, and how you can utilize these energies. You'll find out some different energies that are going on as well. With the My Moon subscription, you get 4 weeks of the calendar. You also get a recording of what's going on for the week. So you get 4 PDFs, 4 recordings letting you know what's going on so you can make the most of every single day. I also have the Mayan birth reading. This is a great starting point. It lets you know where you sit on the calendar. What are your powers? Are you an initiator? Are you a refiner? Do you adjust well? Do you transform things and people? Do you harvest well? Where have you been? Where are you going? What holds you back? What can support you as you move forward? What are days that you should tap into to maximize your potential? What are days where you need to lay low and let the energy go? Where do you need to tap into your creative powers and go to the next level? This is what a Mayan birth reading will help you with. Now, on Mondays, I have the Mayan Moon Mondays via Zoom. This is a free call that lets you know what is going on for the week in regards to the Mayan calendar and according to Grandma Moon. It's a great tool for you to be prepared, especially when you have something going on that week. You find out what's going on and know how to direct your energy on that day. So the lunar eclipse is Monday. We tap into the lunar eclipse for you with the lunar eclipse reading. Where is the energy going to be active? Where are you going to receive harvest for the next 6 months? Get your lunar eclipse reading. I know everybody is excited for the solar eclipse that's coming, especially in the US. Um, where I am, we're going to have a total solar eclipse. Very, very exciting, but get your lunar eclipse reading today. And the spring equinox is here. Spring has sprung, even though where I live it's been a little bit cold. Winter is like I'm not ready to go so quick. But spring equinox is a time of balance, is a time of potential. Where are you ready to go? Where are you ready to grow? Where are you ready to evolve? That's what we talk about with the spring equinox reading. I am the Sacred Empress Alitash, your melanated Mayan mystic. Again, these are the places where you can find me and new information. If you're interested in Maya Moon Mondays, please join the Maya Moon Facebook group as you will receive the link to where to tap into with Zoom. Please like, share, follow, subscribe, all the things, especially if you like the content. And please comment, comment, comment. How am I doing? How is the energy working for you? What is it sparking you? This is what I'd like to know. Share with me. Have a great weekend. Peace, love, and blessings.